Hello my enthusiastic friends. I am sure that you have already gone through the theory discussion on the topic of dissolution of partnership firms, and now you are ready for the practice problems. So this is the second lecture and I am going to solve the first practice problem on the topic of dissolution of partnership firm. I hope you remember all the 9 steps properly. If you haven't gone through the first video, I will surely recommend you to go through the theory lecture first. It's around 1 hour 19 minutes. I have given the index of the video also in the description, where you can check at which particular point which step I have discussed, and you can jump onto that particular step whenever you want. Okay, so please go through the first video first and then let us start with this one. So let us start with the first problem. Now what is the problem? Riddhi and Siddhi are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. The following is their balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Capital account of Riddhi, Siddhi, reserve fund, Siddhi's loan, creditors account. On the asset side we have building, furniture, machinery, debtors less RTD, stock, investment, interest receivable and bank. So the total of balance sheet is tallying at rupees 1,90,000. The firm was dissolved on 31st March. See, the balance sheet date is 31st March 2019 and it is dissolved immediately on the balance sheet date itself. The assets realized as follows: machinery rupees 22,000, building rupees 28,000, stock rupees 38,000, debtors rupees 15,000. Riddhi took over the investment at rupees 10,000 and furniture at book value. Siddhi agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of her loan account. Dissolution expenses amounted to rupees 4,000. Interest receivable could not be recovered. Prepare realization account, partners capital account, Siddhi's loan account and bank account. Nice problem. First problem, they have asked us to prepare directly the ledger accounts. They have not asked the journal entries to us. So it is relatively easy. Generally I have found that students are afraid of journal entries, but they find ledger accounts to be easy. In reality, journal, ledger, both of them should be similar to you. But let us consider the general nature of students. They find ledger accounts to be easy as compared to journal. So this is the first problem. It is probably going to be easy for us. Before I start with discussing the problem, I would like you to understand certain basic things, because this is the first problem. So I am emphasizing on these things which I'll be using every time afterwards in every other problem also. The balance sheet here is working as our cupboard. I hope you remember the analogy of cupboard and table. Balance sheet is the cupboard and realization account is the invisible table. The balance sheet values are book values and the adjustment values are agreed values. So for machinery you have two values. One is 20,000 and other one is 22,000. For building you have two values. One is 60,000 and other one is 28,000. Okay, so then there is furniture and so many different other things. You will find that everywhere there is some value which is given in the balance sheet and some value which is given in the adjustment. The values which are given in the adjustment are to be considered as agreed values, and the values which are given in the balance sheet are to be considered as book values. Okay, so this is the point to be kept in mind, because when we are considering the first stage, I hope you remember there are 3 stages. First one is transfer stage, second one is realization stage, and third one is distribution stage. When we are in the first stage, that is transfer stage, at that time we will require book values. So in the transfer stage we are going to consider only these values. We will ignore any value which is given in the adjustment. Let me use my laser pointer. In the transfer stage we are going to consider only these values. We will ignore any value which is given in the adjustment. And thereafter, when we are going for realization stage, we will consider these values. We will ignore the values which are given in the balance sheet. So this point to be kept in mind. Book value means balance sheet value and agreed value means adjustment value. Stage 1, transfer stage, you should consider book value, that is balance sheet value. Stage 2, realization stage, you should consider agreed value, that is adjustment value. These are the basic points to be kept in mind. Let us now make some observations which will be used by us for the purpose of solving the problem. What are the observations? There are 2 partners. Remember, these observations are not to be written in exam. They are only for you and me. It will help you to understand how I solve the problem. What are the things which I keep in my mind, so it becomes easy for me to tally the problem in first row. Okay, so what are the observations? There are two partners, their profit sharing ratio is 2:1. Okay, next one, on the liability side of the balance sheet, it has past undistributed profit under the name of reserve fund. This reserve fund is past undistributed profit, and our rule says that undistributed profits, past undistributed profits, should be transferred to all partners in their PSR. Here there are two partners, so it will be transferred to Riddhi and Siddhi's capital account. There is no current account, it will be transferred to their capital account in 2:1. Siddhi's loan, this 4,000, is not an outsider. Siddhi is a partner, so it is a partner's loan, and it will be transferred to a separate account. Anyway, they have told you prepare Siddhi's loan account, so it is easy for us. Okay. Next observation, on the asset side, balance sheet has debtors and RDD. Two different things are given, debtors and RDD. And then there is net amount of debtors and RDD is also given. We should remember that this net amount is always ignored, and we are going to transfer the gross amount of debtors to realization account debit side 17,600, and RDD will be transferred by us to realization account credit side 1,600, and will totally ignore this 16,000 because we are going to consider these two amounts separately. Okay, next one, partner has taken over some of the assets at book value or something like that. Here they have mentioned Riddhi took over investments at 10,000. So investments of 8,000 are taken over at 10,000. So investments are taken over at agreed value, but they have told that furniture is taken over at book value. So furniture is 24,000. It is taken over by Riddhi at book value. Okay. Next is, let me disappear from the screen. Partner's loan is settled at lower amount because partner's loan is rupees 4,000. And the adjustment says that Siddhi agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of her loan account. So instead of rupees 4,000, or in place of rupees 4,000, to settle rupees 4,000, she is going to take only rupees 3,000. So this amount is a profit. There is a profit of rupees 1,000 on settlement of Riddhi's loan, Siddhi's loan, and that profit should be transferred to realization account. Okay. And last one, they have told that interest receivable, this 2,000 could not be recovered, so it will be ignored in the realization stage. I repeat, it will be ignored in the realization stage. Now some students get confused. They feel that, see, interest receivable, you have told us in observation that it should be ignored. Wrong. I have not told you to ignore interest receivable in the solution. I have told you to ignore interest receivable in the realization stage. Our solution is going to have three stages. First stage is transfer stage, second stage is realization stage, and third stage is distribution stage. In the transfer stage, we are going to consider book values. In the realization stage, we are going to consider the agreed values. So in the transfer stage, we are going to consider rupees 2,000 because we are going to take it from cupboard and we are going to put it on the invisible table called as realization account. Whatever is there in the cupboard, that should be kept in the realization account. Thereafter, we may find that there are some buyers and they are buying it, they are giving us cash, or we are in a position to recover cash. If we can recover cash, that's a good thing. If we cannot, then we'll have to dump it off. So in the realization stage, we are going to consider this point that it could not be recovered. That means afterwards it will be ignored. I hope you remember this requirement in case of asset. If it is not recovered, if it is not getting any cash, in that case afterwards it can be ignored. Okay, so these are the points which I want you to observe properly. Let me disappear from the screen. If required, please pause the video, write down these observations for your notebook. Remember, these observations are not for examination, they are only for you and me, so that we can solve the problem carefully. In exam, you need not invest this time. While reading the problem itself, you should understand that these are the different observations. As many problems we are going to solve here on YouTube, you will find it easy for the purpose of doing it more properly in examination. I want you to tally the problem of dissolution maximum in 20 minutes in examination hall. In my videos, we may take 30 minutes, 35 minutes because I'm going to discuss a lot. In examination hall, obviously there is no discussion, so you can solve it in 20 to 25 minutes. That's what is we are targeting for. Okay, so let us now consider the accounts which are required to be prepared. The accounts are realization account, partners capital account, Siddhi's loan account, and bank account. What are the number of lines? I hope you remember the number of lines. Realization account 16 to 18 lines, partners capital account 8 to 10 lines, Siddhi's loan account 4 lines, and bank account 8 to 10 lines. These are the number of lines which are required. What is the format of the account? I hope you remember the format. Realization account will prepare two columns. We will prepare two columns. One is inner column, one is outer column. Outer column is the main column. Inner column is for the purpose of our calculation. So particulars, rupees, or you can say particulars amount. Okay, that is all about your realization account. Heading will be in the books of partnership firm, realization account, 16 to 18 lines. Next is bank account, 8 to 10 lines. Siddhi's loan account, 4 to 5 lines, and partners capital account. You know the partners capital account format: particulars Riddhi Siddhi, particulars Riddhi Siddhi. This is how the format will be prepared. Okay, so pause the video, draw the format, and then afterwards resume the video. Then we are going to start with the things. So I'm repeating again: realization account is equal to some 16 to 18 lines, and then partners capital account is going to be equal to 8 to 10 lines, bank account 8 to 10 lines, and Siddhi's loan account 4 to 5 lines. This is what we are going to prepare. So I hope you have drawn the accounts now. Let us now start with the solution. First stage is open necessary ledger accounts. We have completed the step. In the first stage, which is transfer, first step is open necessary ledger accounts. We have completed the same. Second step is transfer of assets and liabilities from the existing balance sheet. Transfer of assets and liabilities from the existing balance sheet. And if you have seen the previous lecture properly, you will remember I have specifically mentioned it, I had highlighted it, that this entry is to be passed, or these steps are to be, this step is to be passed at book value. So we are going to consider which value? Book value. Are you getting the point what I'm trying to specify? So book value is very, very important for us. Okay, so let us now start with the problem. I'm going to consider the situation here. Capital account Riddhi and Siddhi. Where we will transfer partners capital account, there is a separate place for partners capital account. We have already prepared that partners capital account. We'll write it on the credit side. Simple rule is anything which is there on the balance sheet liability side, that should go to some or other account credit side, and anything which is there on balance sheet asset side, that should go to some or other account debit side. जो balance sheet के liabilities में वो किसी ना किसी के credit में, जो बैलेंस शीट के एसेट में वो किसी ना किसी के डेबिट में. जे आयटम्स बॅलन्स शीटच्या लायबिलिटी साईडला आहेत ते कुठल्या ना कुठल्या अकाउंटच्या क्रेडिट साईडला जातात, आणि जे आयटम्स बॅलन्स शीटच्या ॲसेट साईडला आहेत ते कुठल्या ना कुठल्या अकाउंटच्या डेबिट साईडला जातात. बेसिक रूल लक्षात ठेवा, कधीच चुकणार नाही. Okay, so let us start now. Partners capital account, there is a separate account for them, so we will go to partners capital account. On the credit side we'll write by balance brought down 80,000 and 60,000. Partners capital account credit side by balance brought down 80,000 and 60,000. Now you have been with me for so many different videos, probably you are already knowing this thing. Particulars column always, the text column always left aligned, amount column should be always right aligned. So that is the basic requirement of presentation. So please ensure that you are writing it properly. Okay, next one is reserve fund, 16,000 rupees. So 16,000 I am going to consider here. Reserve fund will be transferred to partners capital account. Reserve fund represents past undistributed profits, so it will be transferred to partners capital account by reserve fund. And what is the amount of reserve fund? The amount of reserve fund is rupees 16,000. It should be divided in the ratio of 2:1. So if you want, you can write it here in small handwriting, 2:1. Okay, 2:1. So that becomes easy for the purpose of getting the answer. You can calculate it quickly. Please tell me 16,000 to be divided in the ratio of 2:1. 16,000 to be divided in the ratio of 2:1. How to calculate that particular thing? 16,000 divided by 3 into 2. That becomes 10,667. That is the amount which will go to Riddhi. 10,667. Please don't copy. Please calculate on your own. If you are going to copy, that is not going to help you. And the answer for Siddhi will be 16,000 divided by 3. You need to develop your calculation speed, improve your calculation speed. So please make the calculation on your own. 10,667 for Riddhi and 5,333 for Siddhi. Okay, so that is done now. First two items are over. Next one is Siddhi's loan account. I think there is an account which we have prepared for the same. So we'll go to Siddhi's loan account. We'll write there by balance brought down 4,000. By balance brought down 4,000. Next one, they have told you creditors. Now there is no creditors account we have prepared. There is a realization account, there is bank account, there is Siddhi's loan account, and there is partners capital account. There is no creditors account. Then what should be done? If you remember my lecture of the first lecture theory discussion, what I have specified, जिसका कोई नहीं होता है उसका realization होता है. जगी ज्याचं कोणी नाही त्याचं realization आहे. Okay, so where we are going to go for realization account, and which side of realization account, जो balance sheet के liability में वो किसी ना किसी के credit में. So I'll go to realization account credit side. I'll write here buy sundry liabilities. By sundry liabilities I'm going to underline the same, and then I'm going to write here creditors. But fortunately, luckily, coincidentally, there is only one single liability of rupees 30,000. So we are going to directly write in the outer column 30,000. I hope it is clear to all of you. 30,000 is directly transferred to the outer column. If there would have been multiple liabilities like creditors and bills payable and bank overdraft and outstanding expenses, in that case I would have surely considered that all the items will be first of all written in the inner column, and thereafter I would have considered their subtotal in the outer column. That is what I would have done. Now since in this problem only one single item is there, that's why it is directly gone to the outer side or outer column. Okay, so liability side is properly posted. Let us consider now the asset side. Building 60,000, furniture 24,000, machinery 20,000, debtors 17,600, stock 40,000, investments 8,000, interest receivable 2,000, and bank 20,000. Out of these different accounts, only bank account is having its own separate ledger account. So we'll go to bank account first and we'll write the balance there. To balance brought down rupees 20,000. Bank account debit side, to balance brought down rupees 20,000. Okay, next one. Now all other accounts, if nothing is mentioned, then what is our rule? जिसका कोई नहीं होता है उसका रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट होता है. जगी ज्याचं कोणी नाही त्याचं रिअलायझेशन आहे. तर चला रिअलायझेशन अकाउंटला कुठे जायचं आहे? डेबिट साईडला जायचं आहे. तिथे काय लिहिणार आपण? टू सन्ड्री assets. Sundry means all. Okay, so to sundry assets. So to all assets we are considering. Which are the assets? Building, furniture, machinery, debtors. Let me write down the names first. Building, furniture, machinery, debtors. Building, furniture, machinery, debtors. Stock, investment, interest receivable. Stock, investments, interest receivable. No sir, there was an adjustment. Interest receivable could not be recovered, so you should not transfer it here. In that case, I'll again remind you of the basic rule. We are currently going in which step? We are currently in the transfer stage. In the transfer stage, we are required to take out from the cupboard and put it on the table. Cupboard is balance sheet. In this step, we are going to consider everything at book value. The adjustment represents agreed value. Agreed values are not to be considered now. Agreed values will be considered afterwards. In which stage? In the realization stage. So at this moment, you can ignore adjustment number 5. Currently, we are in the first stage, that is transfer stage. So at this moment, we are going to consider book value. No tension. I hope everybody is clear with this concept. Okay. Although the adjustment says that one of the asset could not be recovered, still the asset should be first of all kept on the table called as realization account, and afterwards we'll see what is the value it is fetching, what is the value it is generating, what is the cash it is giving to us. Okay, so in the second stage we'll afterwards decide what is to be done with that 2,000 rupees. Is it giving us any cash or not? At this moment write it down, no problem, because we are in the first step or first stage, transfer of assets and liabilities. Okay, so building inner column rupees 60,000, furniture inner column rupees 24,000. 60,000, then 24,000. The amount column should be right aligned. Amount column should be always right aligned. Yeah. Then machinery is rupees 20,000. Debtors, there are two values. One value is inner column 17,600, one value is outer column 16,000, and our rule says that debtors should be transferred to realization account debit side at gross value, and RDD should be transferred to realization account credit side at its given value. The outer column net value of debtors 16,000, that can be totally ignored by us. So 16,000 is not important for us. We are going to consider 17,600 and 1,600. So let me consider 17,600 debtors inner column, and then on the credit side I'll write here by RDD. The amount of RDD is 1600. Now some students get confused. They feel sir तुम्ही एक रूल सांगितला होता, जो जो बैलेंस शीट के एसेट में वो किसी ना किसी के डेबिट में, जो जो बैलेंस शीट के लायबिलिटी में वो किसी ना किसी के क्रेडिट में. तो सर RDD is on balance sheet asset side. Since RDD is on balance sheet asset side, that means it should go to realization account debit side. But you have written RDD not on the realization account debit side, you have written it on the realization account credit side. So it seems that you have broken your own rule. No, I have not broken the rule. Your doubt is valid, but I have not broken the rule. Let me tell you how the rule is fitting perfectly. RDD is there on balance sheet asset side. Your observation is correct. But please observe keenly. Then you will understand that RDD is there on the balance sheet asset side, not as a positive amount, but it is shown as a deduction from asset side. Deduction from asset side. That means actually speaking, RDD is having a credit balance. It should have been there on liability side, but it is written by us on asset side. It's an item of left hand side, but it is coming on right hand side. That's why according to mathematics rule, it is changing its sign, and that's why it is shown as a deduction. It is coming with a minus sign. So in reality, asset side minus sign, that means it is a liability side item. So it is following the rule of liabilities. Anything which is there on liability side, that should go to credit side. That's why RDD has gone to the credit side. I hope your doubt is clear. If you have got the doubt, you should understand exactly how the doubt is solved. Okay, very nice. And if you did not get the doubt, then that's a good thing. I created the doubt and I solved the doubt for you. Okay, let me go ahead now. Next one is stock inner column 40,000, investment inner column 8,000. So I'll specify stock inner column 40,000, investment inner column 8,000. And then comes the next point, interest receivable 2,000, bank is already transferred by us to the separate account called as bank account. Let us now take the total of all these different things and let us try to find out what is the amount which is going to come to the outer column. Amount is how much? Now if you are applying your mind properly, you will say that sir, amount is very simple. 1,90,000 is the total of balance sheet asset side. From that, bank has gone somewhere else. That means we should consider 1,90,000 minus 20. That means 1,70,000. Yes, it would have been correct provided there would have been no RDD. Since there is RDD, that means the amount is not 1,90,000 minus 20, but amount is 1,90,000 minus 20 plus 1,600. Or if you are confused with this logic, then you can just simply take the total. Total is equal to 60,000 plus 24,000 plus 20,000 plus 17,600 plus 40,000 plus 8,000 plus 2,000. That goes to 1,71,600. So the answer is 1,71,600, which you can cross verify that the total of balance sheet asset side was 1,90,000. From that, 20,000 is transferred to bank account debit side. The remaining amount is 1,70,000, in which we should add back RDD because we are not considering 16,000, but we are considering 17,600. So we'll have to add back RDD. That becomes 1,71,600. So all the items of balance sheet asset side and balance sheet liability side are properly transferred by us. So done. That's not a problem. Very good. First point was open necessary ledger account, complete. Second point was transfer of assets and liabilities, that is also complete. Now third point is realization of assets. Assets will be sold off by us. Now once you are going into the third step, assets sold off or realization of asset or disposal of assets, then you can ignore the balance sheet value. So the work of this 60,000, 24,000, 20,000, etc., the work of these figures is over. Now we need not consider these figures. The book value work is already over. Now we are going to concentrate only on the aggregate value. So whatever is mentioned in the adjustment in relation to asset, that is important for us. So what is happening here? Assets are realized as follows. Machinery rupees 22,000, building rupees 28,000, stock rupees 38,000, and debtors rupees 15,000. All these different assets are realized by us. Cash is coming in. Debit what comes in? Cash account debit, or you can say bank account debit. Bank account debit, and all assets are going out. So in reality, entry should have been bank account debit to machinery account, bank account debit to building account, bank account debit to stock account, bank account debit to debtors account. That entry should have been passed by us. But machinery, building, stock, debtors are now already transferred by us to realization account. So there is no need for us to keep them in their separate account. They are already closed and they are already transferred to realization account. So for us the entry is very simple. Realization account is the biggest account. It's the biggest nominal account. It says selling of stock is also income and selling of machinery is also income. Selling of stock is also income, selling of machinery is also income, selling of building is also income, credit all incomes and gains, so credit to realization account. Entry will be bank account debit to realization account. So I'll go to bank account. On the debit side I'll write to realization account. To realization account. Okay. Bank account debit side to realization account. I'll keep the amount column pending. Why? Because there are multiple amounts which are coming. So instead of writing all the entries separately here in the bank account, I'm going to write all the entries in the realization account because we are having lot of space here. So here I'm going to write by bank account. By bank account. And then I'm going to write here what are the assets which are realized by us. They have told us first one is machinery 22,000, building 28,000. Machinery 22,000, building 28,000. Next one is stock 38,000 and debtors 15,000. Stock 38,000 and debtors 15,000. Now some students may get confused, sir, but stock value was actually speaking rupees 40, then we have received only 38. So what happened? That means we sold it at a loss. What is to be done now? Don't worry, realization account is the biggest nominal account. It is going to consider all the effects together. So we need not think about remaining 2,000. They have not told you that part of the stock is sold at rupees 38,000. They have told you stock realized rupees 38,000. So you can ignore now 40,000. 40,000 was important in the step of transfer, but we have now already crossed the step of transfer. We are now in the second step or the second stage, that is called as realization stage. In the realization stage we should consider aggregate value, so we are considering aggregate value. Okay, let us find out what is the amount which is required to be transferred to the outer column. Total of outer column will be 22 plus 28 is equal to 50 plus 38 is equal to 88 plus 15 is equal to 103. So the amount to the outer column is 1,03,000. 1,03,000. And the second effect of this 1,03,000 will be to the bank account debit side. Bank account debit side 1,03,000. Okay, I hope everybody is clear with this. So in the bank account we need not write all the details now. All the details are already there in the realization account credit side, and one combined effect is given in the bank account debit side. So you can understand that we are required to have then smaller size for the purpose of bank account, and realization account is having all the details. So realization account is a lengthy account, bank account is a short account. I hope it is clear to all of you. Next adjustment. Riddhi took over investment at rupees 10,000 and furniture at book value. Who is the receiver? Riddhi is the receiver. What is going out? Investments are going out and furniture is going out. I repeat, Riddhi is the receiver and investment and furniture are going out. So normal entry should have been Riddhi's capital account debit to investment account to furniture account. I repeat, Riddhi's capital account debit to investment account and to furniture account. So the entry will be Riddhi's capital account debit. Riddhi's capital account debit to furniture account and investment account, but furniture and investment are not there in own account. They are already transferred by us to realization account. So although the entry could have been Riddhi's capital account debit to furniture, Riddhi's capital account debit to investment, in reality the entry will be Riddhi's capital account debit to realization. So I'm going to write here REALISATION, realization account. Somebody may say ZATION, that is also okay for me, that's not a problem. What is the amount to be transferred? Let us consider here. Let us go to realization account credit side. We'll say by Riddhi's capital account, and Riddhi has not taken over one asset, but Riddhi has taken over two assets. So I'm considering here, first one is, what was the asset? Investment at 10,000 and furniture at book value. So investment at 10,000 and furniture at book value. Furniture value is how much? Book value 24,000. So I'm going to consider 24,000. outer column will be 34,000. Okay, next part. So we are going one by one adjustment we are completing. Next step. Siddhi agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of her loan account. Siddhi agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of her loan account. Siddhi is the receiver, debit the receiver. I forgot to pass the second effect, sorry for that. This 34,000 second effect is Riddhi's capital account debit. So Riddhi's capital account debit side I'll write here 34,000. This mistake can happen in examination also, be careful. So don't forget to pass the second effect, okay? Otherwise your balance sheet may not tally or your cash or bank account will not tally. 34,000 was realization account credit because Riddhi was the receiver, debit the receiver, Riddhi's capital account debit, and assets are going out, credit what goes out. So to assets account we could have credited asset account, but all assets are sitting in realization account, so it was credited to realization account. Realization के credit में और Riddhi के capital के debit में 34,000 is over. Okay, let me go back to adjustments again. Siddhi agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of her loan account. So Siddhi is the receiver, but Siddhi's capital is not the receiver. Siddhi's loan is the receiver. So we'll say Siddhi's loan account debit side to bank account. Now we are not making the posting of this entry in realization account. Why? Because Siddhi's loan is not there in realization. Siddhi's loan is in its own account. Creditors were sitting in realization, assets were sitting in realization, but Siddhi's loan is sitting in its own account. So Siddhi's loan is receiver, we are having its own account, we need not pass the entry in the realization account, we'll be passing the entry in Siddhi's loan account itself. Second effect is bank account credit side by Siddhi's loan account. Okay, by Siddhi's loan account. By Siddhi's loan account, amount is smaller, yes, okay. What is the amount? 3,000 because Siddhi has agreed to take only rupees 3,000. Okay, next step. Dissolution expenses amounted to rupees 4,000. Expenses should go to P&L account debit side, but we don't have P&L account. We have the elder brother of P&L account, eldest brother. The name is realization account. Entry is realization account debit to cash or bank account. So realization account debit side to cash or bank account, but we'll have to be very careful. The problem is playing with us. The problem is playing trick with us. What is the trick the problem is playing? Problem has told us to pay Siddhi's loan. Siddhi is a partner. Problem has told us to make payment to Siddhi's loan, but the problem is totally silent about creditors. These 30,000 rupees creditors. Problem is not telling you what is to be done with them. I hope you remember the theory discussion. What I have told you, in case of asset, if nothing is mentioned about their realization, then we should forget the asset. But in case of liability, if nothing is mentioned, then also we should assume that it is repaid at book value. If it is adjustment is given, then follow the adjustment, pay it at agreed value. If no adjustment is given, then for liabilities the rule is it should be paid at book value. Assets recorded at book value, liabilities recorded at book value. Afterwards, in realization, if nothing is mentioned about asset, forget the asset. Afterwards, in realization stage, nothing is mentioned about liability, then still pay the liability at book value. These are the two important points which I had mentioned and discussed a lot in our first lecture. I hope you remember those points. So I must remember that I will have to pay to the creditors. Nothing is mentioned by the problem, I'll pay them their book value, which is rupees 30,000. Okay, so creditors are paid rupees 30,000 and dissolution expenses amounted to rupees 4,000. So entry is realization account debit side to dissolution expenses. Amount is rupees 4,000. Yes, 4,000. Okay, so amount in the outer column will be 34,000. Remember, for assets, if nothing is mentioned afterwards, it should be ignored, and for liability, if nothing is mentioned afterwards, it should be repaid at book value. This is a very important rule. In fact, this is the first problem. Let me give you one more example so that probably it will be easy for you to remember. A kind of funny example based on Bollywood movies. In Bollywood movies, generally, if you have seen in old Bollywood movies, not today's Bollywood movies, maybe in 50s and 60s, if you have seen with your grandfather, then probably you will understand that in old Bollywood movies, they always used to say a son is like ghar ka chirag, okay, and a daughter is like paraya dhan. That is the term which used to be used in the old Hindi movies. That ladki kya hai, paraya dhan hai, और लड़का क्या है, तो घर का चिराग है. नाउ रिमेंबर, पराया धन का मतलब क्या है? द मीनिंग इज दैट द डॉटर इज रिक्वायर्ड टू बी अल्टीमेटली सेंट टू हर हस्बैंड्स हाउस. So try to understand what will happen if a daughter is growing now. What will happen? Okay. She has completed the age of 18 years or maybe 20 years or 25 years. What the parents will specify? They'll ask her first, have you identified any person as your life partner? If yes, tell us. Then we'll accept that particular person and then we'll marry you off with that particular person. So do you have any agreed value? If you have an agreed value, in that case, let us consider an agreed value. And if the daughter says no, I don't have any person who is identified by me as my life partner, then parents will again find out what is their level of family, what is their income level, what is their status in the society. Based on that similar status, they will try to find out somebody who is going to give the similar lifestyle to their daughter after marriage, and they will still marry her off. So if the daughter has identified her own life partner, they will marry her off to the identified person. And if the daughter has not identified anybody as a life partner, they will still marry her off to a person according to their stature. Reason is daughter is like paraya dhan, liability. तो liability के लिए agreed value रहेगा तो agreed value, नहीं रहेगा तो book value. अगर पहले से उसका अफेयर रहेगा, उसने बोला रहेगा मेरा कोई लाइफ पार्टनर मैंने ढूंढ लिया है, तो जो बोला है उसके साथ जैसा रहेगा वैसा, फिर वो गरीब भी रहेगा रईस भी रहेगा, फर्क पड़ता नहीं है, उसका चॉइस ज़्यादा कम जैसा रहेगा वैसा. अगर उसने अपना लाइफ पार्टनर चूज नहीं किया रहेगा तो देन हम लोग अपने स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से उसको ला के देंगे. दैट इज बुक वैल्यू. सो इफ पराया धन एग्रीड वैल्यू इज गिवन, हैंडल एट एग्रीड वैल्यू. इफ एग्रीड वैल्यू इज नॉट गिवन, देन स्टिल पे ऑफ एट बुक वैल्यू. नाउ लुक एट सन. What will happen? घर का चिराग है. Mummy daddy, what they will specify? They will ask him, now you are already 25 years age, 28 years age, you have already got a good job and other things, so tell us, when are you going to get married? And the son is telling nothing. Then mummy daddy will ask, have you identified your life partner? Have you decided who should be your life partner? If he says yes, then they will say okay, agreed value, whatever is decided. If he says no, I have not yet identified the life partner, they'll say okay, we'll wait. And afterwards if he tells nothing, they'll say ठीक है, then you remain as a bachelor person, that's not a problem. So घर का चिराग बुक वैल्यू रहेगा और एग्रीड वैल्यू रहेगा. एग्रीड वैल्यू रहेगा तो एग्रीड वैल्यू पे, और एग्रीड वैल्यू नहीं बोलता रहेगा तो भूल जाने का. सिंपल. So this is a funny example which you can remember, that boys are like घर का चिराग is like asset. If agreed value is given, then agreed value. If agreed value is not given, forget it afterwards in the realization stage. Girls are like paraya dhan is liability. Liability means first agreed value. If there is no agreed value, then it should be adjusted at book value. I am repeating for the last time before I go for the next step. Whether it is an asset or it is a liability, in the transfer stage, both of them should be taken from the balance sheet and should be put in the realization account at their book values. Whether asset or liability, transfer to realization at book value. Next step, when realization proceeding will start, when you will start selling off the asset and start paying off the liabilities, at that time, if the agreed value for the asset is given, follow the agreed value. If no value is given, ignore the asset. If agreed value is given for the liability, then pay off the liability at agreed value. If nothing is mentioned, then still pay off the liability at book value. That is what we have done for creditors here. We have paid the creditors at book value of rupees 30,000 because the problem was silent. We will not accept creditors, that is paraya dhan, to remain unpaid. We will have to always pay the outsiders liabilities. Is it okay? So we should consider second effect, bank account credit side by realization account. Amount is how much? The amount realization account debit side to bank account. Outer column was 34,000. So second effect will go to bank account credit side 34,000. If second effect is not given, then bank account will not tally, and that is going to be more difficult for you to handle. Okay, so we have completed this step also. So dissolution expenses are complete. Any other adjustment? Yes, interest receivable could not be recovered, so we had kept interest receivable in the realization account debit side 2,000. So we had kept it, taken it from the cupboard, kept it on the invisible table. Afterwards it could not be recovered, so it can be ignored because no cash is coming in, nothing is coming in, nothing is going out, so no entry to be passed. If no entry, that means there is no ledger account, so we can ignore that particular thing. Okay, so that is more than sufficient. Let us consider next point. Next point is Now any other account is pending? Yes, I don't think any adjustment is pending. All adjustments are over. So let us start with closing ceremony. Distribution stage we are already completing now. Now we are in the last part. We are just closing the accounts. Now there are different accounts there. Realization account, bank account, Siddhi's loan account and partners capital account. Which account should be closed first? Obviously partners loan should be closed first. So partners loan account we are going to close at rupees 4,000. This 4,000 will come here. And the balance is profit. We had already discussed it, that we have settled a loan of rupees 4,000 at rupees 3,000. Since we have settled a loan of rupees 4,000 at rupees 3,000, it is representing a profit for us. Since it's a profit, it should be transferred to realization account, because nominal account is there, realization account is a nominal account. Nominal account rule says that all income should be credited. So realization account credit side by Siddhi's loan account. Amount is how much? 1,000. Loan of rupees 4,000 settled at rupees 3,000. We are going to consider 1,000 rupees profit. Okay. Then comes the next point. Any other account is pending now? I think now partners capital is pending, bank account is pending, and realization account is pending. Bank account is always closed last. So now there are two accounts pending for us, realization account and partners capital account. Which account we'll consider first? Obviously we should consider realization account, find out profit or loss, and then take the total. Let us check now. I think this is 1,71,000 plus 34. So totaling is somewhere around 2 lakh plus. Okay. Whereas on the credit side totaling is 30 plus 1, 31. 31 plus 1,03 means 1,36 or something like that, plus 34. So 36 plus 34, that means it is around 1,60. 67, 66, etc. and plus 1,000. So that goes to around 1,67. Not a big amount. Obviously debit side is bigger. So let us write down debit side first. Let me disappear from the screen. It will be easy for you to understand. Take the total. Debit side total is heavy. 1,71,600 plus 34,000. That becomes how much? 1,71,600 plus 31,000. That is equal to 2,05,600. 2,05,600. This 2,05,600 is to be considered as the total. From that, let us deduct the credit side items. Less from that 31,600, and then 1,03,000, and then 35,000. So remaining amount is 36,000. This 36,000 represents loss, because total of debit side is heavy. Debit all expenses and losses. So debit side expenses and losses are bigger, larger, more as compared to credit side. So the total of losses is rupees 36,000. This 36,000 is to be transferred to whom? It should be transferred to partners. So sir, why are you transferring it only to Siddhi? I am not transferring it only to Siddhi. I am transferring it to both the partners capital account. So I just wrote Siddhi's name in front of 36,000, but does not mean entire 36,000 is to be transferred to Siddhi. Siddhi will get 1/3 share, and Riddhi will get her PSR, that is 2/3 share. So Riddhi will get 24,000, Siddhi will get 12,000, and then realization account credit side by partners capital. So partners capital account debit side to realization, the amount will be 24,000 and 12,000. Okay, to realization I am writing it here, I have written it here. To realization 24,000 and 12,000. Okay, so posting is done. Next part. Now realization account is closed, very good. Partners loan is closed, very nice. And partners capital account and bank account are pending. Now which one will be closed first? Obviously partners capital account will be closed first. So the total is 90,667, and the total here is 65,333. 90,667 and 65,333. Let us find out the balancing figure. Out of 90,667, which belongs to Riddhi, 80,000 her capital and 10,667 her share of reserve fund. Out of 90,667, she has already taken 34,000 by way of investment and furniture, and she is going to share a loss of rupees 24,000. So now she can take back only 32,667 as amount withdrawn from her. or from the business. Similarly, Siddhi will specify that my total capital was 60,000 plus my share of reserve fund is 5,333. So my total claim is 65,333, out of which 12,000 is my loss, my share of loss. So I can get how much amount back? I can get 53,333 back. So 53,333. These two amounts are not given by the problem. They are calculated by us. They are balancing figure. So let us put a circle around them. So it will be easy for examiner to understand what are you trying to say. That these are balancing figures, and this is not a balance carried forward because business is discontinued. This is to bank account. So bank account credit side, I'll write here by partners capital. By partners capital account, one will be Riddhi, another will be Siddhi. Riddhi's amount is how much? 32,667, and Siddhi's amount is how much? 53,333. Let us take the total. If our calculations are correct and if you have given all the second effect properly, then the bank account should tally. Remember, in dissolution problem, it is always the bank account which tallies, not any other account. This is not like admission, retirement, death, where the balance sheet tallies. Here balance sheet is already over. We have sold off the business. We have paid off the liabilities. Now we have even paid off the partner's capital also. So now last position is bank account should tally. So let us check now. Total I think here is 1,23,000, because 20 plus 1,03, 1,23,000. ले लो हरि का नाम, कर लो बैंक अकाउंट टैली, चेक करो 3,000 प्लस 34 मतलब हो गया 37,000 प्लस 32,667 and plus 53,333. That comes to 1,23,000. So we are correct in this particular figure. Okay, 1,23,000. So first problem of dissolution tallied. Okay, first problem of dissolution is tallying. Let me just present the screen to you in a larger manner so it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, first problem is tallying. Okay, now this problem might have taken a little bit extra time, maybe 40-45 minutes, but don't worry, from next problem onwards our speed will increase. Since I was required to discuss lot of different points in the first problem, that's why it is taking a little bit extra time. From next problem onwards we will be trying to complete it within 30 minutes with my discussion, so in exam you can complete it in 20 minutes. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. I hope you have understood the problem. In case of any difficulty, don't forget to ask me in the comment section. Okay, bye bye.